Okay. All right. So we started recording now.
So you give me a permission because it says I
Oh
must
yeah.
ask
Sorry.
permission.
Just a second. Yeah. Okay. You can share now.
No, I'm saying like a permission to record also.
Oh, you can do that. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Post recording. Video settings maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Um. Okay. I don't think I can give permission. Oh wait, this recording here. Record a separate audio file for each participant. So.
No, if it doesn't want to know, it's fine. You'll share it with me by email.
Okay.
No, if it doesn't, it will take time. You can leave it. You'll send via email.
Do you know what I can do? Is
Yeah.
like after this session, I'll share it on the group, the file
Okay.
recording,
Yeah.
so everyone
Definitely.
can
Definitely.
access it. Yeah. So
Definitely.
is that fine
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah. Absolutely fine.
Okay. I don't know how to give you permission to record.
No, you'll share it on the group. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So, do you want to start?
No, yeah, I can start. I can start just to run through maybe 2 pairs before I give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this network, because it usually gives me challenges. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I like to start things on USD on this pair.
Okay.
The DXY.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So yeah, man, I believe we're on the same 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 page about the build up overall. The build up overall. Let me just swipe everything out because it's basically the same thing that I've been looking to. I remember there was a session that was held like a long time ago where I expected to see some push to the downside, you know. But yeah, what obviously Europe has been facing a lot of struggle, so which are mostly the pairs that are fighting against
Yeah.
DXY. Against dollar, in fact, in a DS2, in a DXY basket. So yeah, we're looking the same thing, I believe, because what I was looking for, I was looking for a reaction of the dollar from this point,
Mm.
from this point. Yeah, well, the first one, my first initial thesis that I put forward was that maybe I might see some form of reaction maybe here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, reaction here. Yeah, well, especially since the market decided to violate these edges, especially since the market decided to violate these highs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking for at least maybe if it violated these ones, definitely maybe around this supply zone, I might see some reaction. But
Mm.
yes, it happens on a smaller time frame, just a little bit of pullback here and nothing much, but the price continued to move up, especially what was happening in Ukraine. I believe it forced it to push up. So yeah, that's what the reaction that I was expecting. I believe all of us was expecting this one. That's why on monthly, this was the position that I was looking to take on monthly. Yeah, to see some dollar pushing up. I want dollar to push down. especially when the geopolitical like issues started to rise up against dollar. This thing of Ukraine, Russia, and China, the talk of de-dollarization, and basically just the talk of recession, you know, uh, the political instability there in US, especially that they were going towards the elections. So yeah, I was anticipating maybe the dollar might push up at least, especially if we can see the way they responded against like the way they are raising interest rate, the way they're reacting towards inflation. Hence, I was expecting a little bit to the upside, at least here. And then that's when we started to, I was about to look for sales. So yeah, last month we closed very good. We saw some reaction here. And yeah, the talk of inflation, my recession, so they are intensifying. And this term of de-dollarization on the market, it has been up like very frequently. So I believe like you might see some stress on the dollar. You might see some push to the downside. It might not be towards this zone. Maybe it might be. You might see the push maybe here or maybe just here. So for now, I think I'll take it from here for me, because I don't want to be too ambitious also, because they will also react. They will also react. As you can see, they are reacting. They are reacting. They are trying to counteract whatever plans that they have. Russia and China, you can also see the way that gold is going downwards. So they are fighting, man. They're using everything that they have. They've also taken from the SWIFT payment system. So I don't believe that they will just wait and see the dollar going down. Yeah, but the pressures they are pointing it to the downside. Hence, we might just expect it downside for now.
Yeah. It's always good to see what the facts say in the charts first before you make any assumptions.
Definitely, the chart must also tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe, man, that's basically that for now that I'm looking at. What I'm looking at now on a lower time frame, because a higher time frame they've already like indicated that they want to react. So on lower time frame, there's no much to expect. There is no much to expect. I believe what is to happen, I'm just expecting maybe a little bit push to the upside before I see that particular drop that I expect, So yeah, I'm just here because what I like about all of these things is just, man, like it's breaking lows, man, in a right way, So it broke here, broke this low and this low, and it came to form the lower high. I'm on a higher low. Hey, these things, man,
lower
high. Lower high.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then it also came and broke this low. So the market structure is lining up well. The market structure is lining up well. So the whole of this, you can say it's a reversal pattern. It shows the exhaustion of buyers. So hence, I'm expecting maybe to see something like this maybe along this coming week.
Okay.
So yeah, I believe for dollar, this is what I'm expecting to see. It will be really a good thing to see for me. The dollar, the DXY to at least maybe just a small pullback before we can also see that downside kicking in. Based on the market structure of the higher time frame, and then I believe we might just see a sustainable drop for some time. A sustainable drop for some time. So my target for this one, if everything play out, I think this will be my target. But I know with that thing will be informed by how the market is reacting,
Yeah.
But yeah, the dollar otherwise is under stress. So this is what I'm looking at on ETXY. And then let me quickly go to also gold. That's also another interesting pair that I've been checking out. This one, I've been trying to also pair it against what is happening dollar wise. So since we know with like the drop of gold price, we know it will never be sustained. That's another thing. Somewhere along the lines, you might see a gold gaining, gaining value. You don't just lose price just like as it is. And the talk of recession, so I believe now the investors will kind of shift the sentiment, the perspective from dollar-related like investment to the safe havens ones, and which is gold is one of them, because it stores a value. So I believe like a push to the upside is going to be sustained also. I don't know when it might take over. So my analysis was based from weekly. Since it was violated these lows here, especially for me, I like to look such areas being violated before I see some push to the upside, so that the market, can come and just, take early buyers out before we can see that push to the upside. So I put out my demand here. This one is a hidden demand, and then the price just came exactly and then reacted to the push to the upside. So for now, nothing has been said, and nothing I can say for now. The market is really reacting, reversing. So I was checking this demand zone. If this demand zone got violated, definitely I believe that's where we will start to see the push to the upside. But I don't believe that the gold can really go beyond maybe let's say for 1400. I don't think that the gold can go beyond this zone, this price. So I believe we might see that push to the upside soon, so this is my analysis. And then on a lower time frame, I was very happy for the structure, to see the structure taking the way it was forming. I was very happy to see the structure. We can see it dropped, and then when it reached that zone, it quickly moved up, violating these kind of lows and highs here. So and then it came to react where I anticipated to see some reaction, especially here, and then I was expecting maybe it will go up and push it. So I was expecting it to really react here. And then it didn't get straight. But I like the way it's lining up. Hence for now I'm looking for is this one. Is this one that I'm looking at now. Is this setup. I'm just looking for it to at least drop into this demand, and then that's when maybe I might see that push to the upside. I believe the trend, it will start structurally speaking. So we'll see, but it's kind of scary because you can see this double top here, and remember on a higher time frame, it's still on the downtrend. That's another thing that you must take note of. So I'm just betting on whatever that is happening internationally, and so but the structure will inform me, I believe. It will inform me. So on 30 minutes, just to increase risks, to control risks, since I'm trading against the trend on the high time frame, my risk, it needs to be very very low, very low. So I believe I'll wait and see for the market maybe to come here. And then that's when maybe I might decide to take some buys. And remember that drop that that push to the upside that I'm expecting of US dollar before we see that trend, that downward trend.
It matches
so
with
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm just looking for, this is what I'm looking at basically for these two pairs for now. And this has been interesting one, especially for me. This one, it's interesting. It's really interesting. And yeah, and also another one is US oil, but we'll take it from other time. For now, you can take over.
Okay. Then let me share my screen now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let me share my screen. So can you see my screen?
Okay, yeah, it's starting. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so from what I'm looking at right now, I'll start with the DXY and then I'll come here.
Okay.
Okay, so let me start on the monthly time frame. Okay. So like what I can see over here is like the rate increase and rate cut has direct effect on how the market moves. Whenever there's rate increase, you can see this upward in the DXY, dollar getting stronger, and the rate cut back in 2020, dollar getting weaker, right? Let me just clear the chart out a bit. So the story behind what the way I drew this chart is that, like on a bigger trend, we can see we are making lower highs on the DXY, right? So generally it's on a downtrend, but it can be broken. So keep that in mind. And then what I saw over here specifically is that we had a support and structure forming here. So I'm saying that this is an area where price broke out from and started creating a trend, a downtrend. And then the market comes back to retest the structure, right? So we can see that we have an uptrend forming since 2008, and the DXY just been going up, and all to come back to retest this area which we broke out from. And then, so I'm expecting a drop in the DXY, but this is just a big term idea, and I'll go into smaller time frame just now. So on the weekly time frame, let's see what's going on. And one of the other idea behind what I believe that this could be a blow off top is that whenever we have a blow off top in any market, we have a massive rally like this, unsustainable rally, right? That's one of the signs that I look for, that is the blow off top. But
yeah, it's overextended.
Yeah. So on the weekly chart, we have a rejection here, which is good, like a wick forming here, and it's a nice rejection. Let's go on to the daily chart. So we have on the daily, the way that I see it is that we have a more somewhat sustainable move going on here, right? So, and then from here we have an unsustainable move which broke the trend line. So I'm expecting the DXY to have a relief rally a little bit maybe, and then come back all the way down to this level. And before I can confirm my theory that the DXY is going to go all the way down to 70, is I need to see this trend line being broken.
Taken out.
Yeah, taken out, come back to this level. And so, and the next thing I want to see this level being broken, retest, come back down, right, over time. So yeah, that's my take on the DXY. Let's see the 4 hour. So we have a retest of the trend line, But whenever a trend line broken, usually we have some sort of consolidation before market continues lower, right? So we can't really see if there's any consolidation going on. This could be like a consolidation market just goes up and down. I want to see more data before I can see what trend is forming, right, or what pattern is forming. But it could keep going up like this before it breaks, or it could break in. Like the moment I see some sort of trend line being formed here, some sort of consolidation being formed here, when that consolidation is broken, I'll be looking to take a trade down for a continuation down. So that's my idea on the DXY. Now I'll maybe look at Euro. Okay, so if you look at a bigger picture over here, you can see that okay, so we have
and
this
it has a
area.
similar structure. It is a similar structure, just opposite.
Yeah, the same story. Area the market broke out from, too expensive here. So the buyers are normal buying, and then the market reverses because now everybody is longing here. Retail traders are longing here, and then on the way down, we can already see that retailers are still looking bullish, and then but now like I'm starting to see people turn towards bearish, right, with everything that's going on in the world. But we can see that buyers are showing up here.
Yeah.
The wick, like the long wick forming. So we can see the buyers are forming up here. So this is one sign of the buyers coming in. But I want to see more before I can confirm, right?
Yeah.
I want to see more. But this is one sign that I like so far, but I want to see more. It's the same thing. Same story as the DXY basically. So what I see for the euro on the shorter term is that we could possibly see a retest of this area, this trend line, before we go back lower or come back for a double bottom maybe. We don't know yet. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like that's really what we can expect also, because if you also check that, I believe even if like DXY it can try to weaken, it won't it is not under stress as euro. As you can see also, they're approaching winter. There are many protests that are taking in, especially in Europe, about this recession thing. The Russian gas is out. I believe they are going to have a rough winter. So yeah, we might just maybe see that push, but we will just wait for the structure to confirm whatever that is happening. So yeah.
So the next thing I want to look at is the SPY ES1.
Yeah.
S&P 500 index basically. So I can see this down trending channel. And basically what I am expecting is, like, based on this information, this is the monthly seasonality of the stock markets, right?
Okay.
So we can see that generally towards the October, November, and December is the most bullish month of the year. So based on this idea, and September is the most bearish month of the year. So September, we can see that we had like a really nice drop here. It was very bearish. But for October, November, December, I'm expecting a relief rally, right? Like for some kind of bullishness to come back into the market. Maybe we test this area, but we'll see. But I'm expecting some kind of bullishness to return to the market. And I think like in December end, we will have a better idea of whether there is going to be a trend change or whether we're just going to go back lower. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for in this market. We can see this low was taken out here. Yeah, and then maybe I'm expecting a bounce around this level, a support around that level. like around this zone, maybe somewhat of a relief bounce from this zone. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Also we have something else that's going on. We can see that there's some kind of a cup and handle forming here. Hold on, gosh, like a rounded bottom. I mean rounded top.
Yeah.
And then we have a handle forming here. So also another question is that is this market is going to retest and go lower? That's also another point of view. But I'm expecting some kind of relief rally based on the idea that October, November, December is a bullish month. Normally, usually, yeah. So for Bitcoin, I think this is going to be the last market that I touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this one. Hey, this one like it just Bitcoin. I thought like it was a Bitcoin dominant. I love that chart, man.
Yeah, Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I use this chart to basically tell me whether I should be trading altcoins, right? Because this chart can tell you how easy it's going to be to trade altcoins. So if Bitcoin dominance is going up, trading altcoins becomes difficult. But if the Bitcoin dominance is going down, trading altcoins becomes easy. So that's something I look at. So if I know that the Bitcoin dominance is going to trend down, then it's something that I can say that, okay, it's going to be much easier to trade altcoin. I can trade it freely. So yeah, that's what I use Bitcoin dominance for. It's very nice, very nice. So yeah, let's look at a BTC. So for the monthly, we can see that we are still on the downtrend. We have this falling wedge forming. So this falling wedge forming, this can go on for a whole year, like it can go on for longer. But let's look at a smaller time frame. So far we have a low here, we have a high, we have a higher low, but I don't like how we got rejected from here. This could be a retest, but we need a higher high for the trend to continue to be bullish, right? So if we find a higher high, then I do expect October, November, December to be good. Also, we have a double bottom here forming. Right, oh, not here, sorry. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, we have a double bottom here forming. So if we can form a higher high and confirm the higher low again, we can expect the price to reach all the way up here to this level.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a potential double bottom. But another thing I'm being careful of is that I can draw a line through here, and we could say a descending triangle, yeah. And then the space is running out. So it's going to make a move someday in October. You can see it just ends in 28th of October. So it's just going to go up and down, and you'll have to see what kind of reaction we get. So I do believe we will see some sort of move soon, whether it's to the downside. A descending triangle would mean that we go lower, right? We could see like about 12K coming all the way up for between 14 to 12K. So this zone. So this is where I would expect the price to come if we break that descending triangle. Yeah. But I do like what we see so far. We have a high. We need a higher high to come in.
Yeah. So what's the difference between Bitcoin and the Bitcoin USD and Bitcoin Tether US? What's the difference?
Oh, USDT is basically a stable coin. It's pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's basically the same thing. It's just pegged to the dollar, and sometimes it'll be 1.0001 to the dollar. So it's more different, but it stays 1-to-1.
Oh, because I can see like it's structurally it's the same thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything in here, yeah. No, I can see because it's basically what I was saying on, especially on Bitcoin USD.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing because I'm expecting that drop to there's a demand zone that I've placed there below bottom around those area where you draw your target there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's similar.
You know that the banks are the market makers of Forex, right?
Yeah.
So like in crypto, the market maker is USDT.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
and market maker is also USDC is also a market maker. Yeah.
Okay.
So those two companies are market makers in crypto. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, can you please repeat? It's USD. Okay, the other one that you said is also a market maker.
USDC.
USDC.
Yeah, like USDC.
Okay.
So yeah, but USDT has like 70% dominance or something in terms of market maker thing. Yeah, they've been around since a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all I have to share for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's because it's the same thing. It's the same thing because I was also
Yeah.
thinking of sharing Bitcoin. It's the same thing. Like what do you just like analyze? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm expecting that at least just push before we might see that like the true reflection of the market coming over. Because soon, cryptos will start to move higher.
Mm,
It might be maybe early next year. You might see, man. But
yeah.
yeah, they believe like it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. But I do want to see what happens. If you break below this, it's definitely down.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's just waiting game, or we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe let me close with the Nasdaq because there's also an interesting thing that which was similar to S&P. What I'm looking at personally on
Say again.
Nasdaq. Let us close with the Nasdaq because I also wanted to do some analysis on the Nasdaq.
Okay, you on Nasdaq, you want to share?
Yeah. Let me just close
Okay.
with it. Because this is what I was like seeing, because since we expecting some strainers like a strainers dollar to have some challenges. So I was expecting maybe just this push, maybe this
Mm-hmm.
coming 1 month nyana, breaking this support, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then that's when maybe after breaking this support, because if you can just see how this previous month closed, it closed very like bearish,
Yeah.
very bearish. So I'm expecting maybe just some push to the downside. Maybe what I might expect maybe just a retest of this, this candle that will come of October pushed
Yeah.
up nyana before we can see that drop. So me towards the stock or Nasdaq, I'm kind of bearish. I believe it will got affected. It will got affected with whatever that is happening, especially this recession talk, all these things they are piling up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just expecting some at least push maybe for these 1 month 6 weeks nyana, or maybe 4 weeks. If we see this month like taking over, yeah, within 1 month, I believe we can just see that spike before we can see that push to the upside. But yeah, it's basically this. This is the thing that I was looking at. I wanted to share with you. But yeah, I believe I'm kind of too ambitious also, because I believe we might see a reaction maybe around this zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
we
possible.
might see. We might see the erection around this zone. Yeah. So yeah, I believe we just wait and see, man. I'll wait and see how the market will react as time goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The waiting game. Let the market come to you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't chase the
That's
market. Let it come to you. Yeah.
never exactly. Yeah, I've learned lessons, and now I've learned to appreciate the sell limit. The sell limit and buy limit, the limit orders, I've learned to appreciate, because they force you to wait for the market to tell you what to do. Because mostly what I've realized that when I sat down with calculating my trades, mostly I've made losses where I did my instant executions. But when I use my limit orders, like most of them they play out. That's what I've realized. So it's teaching me to wait, let the market do its thing.
Exactly.
Don't run and try to chase it.
Yeah, the market makers I've learned they are really good at human psychology. They know what makes you want to get in. They know exactly how to make you react that way. Like, yeah, they're very good
Exactly.
at it. Yeah.
They're very good. They're very powerful. I wanted doing that. And I'll share one of the books that I once read, man, because I've been trying to check it out. It just explains, especially when you start making sense of the information. You remember, I once learned about this, man, but it never actually it took some time to really understand it or just use it. You just learned it and you push it aside. But it's now that you get to appreciate that market makers are just like that. They just play with our emotions and then take our money. That's there. So we need to understand.
Yeah. So let me share one last time, like what I'm looking at currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So currently I'm looking at Orza. We have a news-based trading, right? So we've got mainnet on the 10th of October. And then, so based on this news, buy the rumors, sell the news, right? So I'm looking at a possible breakout from this level. So we've got a breakout of this trend line, which is nice. And then we've got a rising wedge, which generally breaks to the downside. But whenever a rising wedge just breaks to the upside, it's parabolic. So we can see that I've already made an entry at this level, at the retest of this line. And I have my stop loss within the pattern, like somewhere here. So if it goes back into this pattern, then I'm out of the trade. So I like that it's trying to push above this resistance. But once I see this breaks above, comes back to retest, then it's good. I'll start trading my stop loss up as it moves. Yeah. So my target is this ascending triangle. So I've got like the top to the bottom. I'll measure that. And then take the measurement from the breakout point. So I'm expecting maybe between 0.14 to 0.17. If it reaches 17, I'm out. I don't care if it goes higher, I'm out. But as it breaks through each level, when it's going up, I'm going to move my stop losses up at a level which invalidates the trend. So